The actress categories at the Oscars have sparked considerable debate and controversy over the years, and this year has only amplified the discontent. The discussions around the 2025 Academy Award nominations reveal some long-standing issues in how women's performances are assessed, and there's a growing sense that the categories no longer reflect the true nature of the industry or the incredible breadth of talent on display. First, let's talk about the recent nominations for Best Actress. Once again, we've seen some incredible talent recognized, veterans and newcomers alike, but there's something inherently problematic in how the Academy seems to place women in these categories. In particular, the Academy's tendency to favor certain types of performances while disregarding others continues to undermine the idea of fairness in these prestigious awards. For example, you have a number of nominations that favor traditionally more serious and dramatic roles, while those who are nominated for more comedic or genre-bending performances rarely get the same attention. This pattern was recently highlighted when performances from actors in films that defy conventional genres, such as horror or action, failed to receive recognition despite strong public and critical reception. Moreover, the discrepancies between the actresses' nominated roles further highlight the issue. For instance, the Academy has often fallen into the trap of elevating certain types of performances, primarily those that portray real-life struggles or tragic figures. This might be seen as a reflection of an underlying bias towards the kinds of roles that have historically been given more respect and attention. The problem with this approach is that it leaves little room for actresses who take on lighter roles, less glamorous characters, or films that don't fit into the conventional Oscar-friendly narrative. The notion that the serious acting roles are the only ones worth recognizing is a subtle but powerful indication that the Academy's taste-making is rooted in outdated norms, limiting the recognition of the broad spectrum of acting talent. Another point of contention is the lack of diversity in the nominations, a critique that has been prevalent for several years but remains particularly poignant this year. While the Academy has made strides to be more inclusive in its overall membership, the numbers in the actress categories still do not fully reflect the rich diversity of voices and perspectives that have shaped the industry. Despite the increasing number of outstanding performances by Black, Asian, Latinx, and other underrepresented actresses, the nominations in these categories remain overwhelmingly white. This reality raises questions about whether the changes in voting membership are translating into concrete results for the actors who are often overlooked. Then there is the issue of the aging of actresses in Hollywood. The unfortunate reality is that the Oscars, like much of the industry, continues to favor younger actresses, which leaves older women in the field at a disadvantage. Although there are exceptions, such as Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep, and Frances McDormand, the overall representation of older women in leading roles continues to be sparse. The Oscar nominations, much like the industry at large, tend to perpetuate the idea that women's careers have an expiration date, particularly after a certain age. This also ties into the broader issue of how women are expected to maintain a certain appearance or persona, often more so than their male counterparts. Furthermore, the controversy surrounding the Best Actress category also involves the evolving dynamics of the Academy itself. There has been a noticeable shift in the types of films that the Academy has been nominating. There's an increasing focus on more experimental, indie films, which has helped to create space for unconventional performances. But this change doesn't always play out well for actresses who might be better known for their roles in big-budget films or franchise pieces, which are still often dismissed by Oscar voters as lesser achievements. As a result, the Academy's shifting tastes reflect a deeper tension between commercial cinema and artistic filmmaking, and this tension disproportionately affects female performers. At the end of the day, the conversation about the Oscar categories for actresses speaks to larger issues of gender inequality, representation, and outdated notions of what constitutes good acting. Until the Academy can break free from these patterns and provide a more equitable and inclusive space for all performers, Regardless of their age, race, or the genre of film they participate in, the discussion about the Oscars will continue to be filled with frustration. The recognition of women in the film industry remains an ongoing struggle, and this year's nominations only underscore that much more needs to be done to truly value all actresses equally.